gentlemen, the match opening day begins February 4th, Thursday. And with that being said, I felt, and I talked to Shubert, and I felt that he can speak for himself, but I felt that it was necessary, since it's opening day, that the people meet the commissioner of the league, hear from the commissioner of the league. Some people think it's me. Some people think it's Ian. No, we are not the commissioners of the league. We are competitors. The commissioner of this league, PitchIt, is the creator, Mr. Adam Shubert, joining us today, the final interview before the match. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty well, man. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely cool to see PitchIt have evolved the way that it has, because I think we talked about it once before. We were legit in line at Domino's, and I'm like, yeah we were. Dude, I love movie fights. I love Schmodown. I wish we could come up with something for our network that is similar to that, but not the same.
Yep.
And who wants to study all that trivia?
Yeah, that's a fact.
So,
and we wanted something that was
and one of our favorite things that we like to do when we were first starting the podcast was like come up with hypotheticals on like things that could eventually become movies or television shows or what we would want to see. And so that was kind of the main purpose of coming up with a game that people could throw out their own ideas or just throw out crazy ideas and see what sticks. So, I mean, I think it's a really fun game that we've been doing so far. And I think, we've gotten through a lot of the questions, and some people ask, like, how many different pitches can you make? Well, the thing is I feel like, you can take some questions that we've had before and reword them into a way where we can kind of reuse them. Because, I mean, I can make a pitch about what the next MCU movie should be on one episode, but I can go to another episode and also pitch a MCU
TV show.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, TV show. Like, so there's a lot of different ways that you can just keep pitching, and that's like the whole concept of the idea. There's limitless possibilities.
And now I know this year there's more new questions, also adding a new category of video games and music. I feel like that music category is going to be a curveball for a lot of people.
I think so. I think a lot of people that are coming into this league, and some of them fell victim to it last time. They come in expecting a certain set of questions. I know, at least in that game with you and Jake, I don't think either of you expected to have the last question come down to a sports question.
Nope, not at all.
So that's the difficulty with the game, is that you never know what you're gonna get in that second round. I remember Schmidt made a big fuss about how he never got an anime question. Well,
luck of the draw
this time. It's all about the luck of the draw. And I think now that we've incorporated a lot more anime people, like Hastic and Dan Exclaims, who are big into anime, some more anime questions have popped up on our questions.
Krissa, there's a lot of
anime and I'm just saying, it's like you just the people that are coming into our first event. So people who don't really know much about anime, they're going to have to get ready for that and be ready to answer questions about anime. And same with the people who are big anime and TV people and don't know anything about sports. You might have to tell us what the next name of the Cleveland baseball team is supposed to be.
Yeah, crazy.
So, it could be anything and for any skill set.
All right, let me ask you this. Being that you are the commissioner, there's three main things that we have to get off in this interview before we finish. Number one, how excited are you that we're moving to Twitch? We're treating this like a sporting event. It's going to be live. Yes, people will get the VOD between 3 to 5 days later, but how excited is it to see it now be an event, this big hyped up thing to where people are going to be able to watch it live and the fans get input?
Well, I think when we did it last season, I would almost call it it is the first season.
The beta season is the test run.
It really is almost like the test run or the beta season, because a lot of the things that were done in that season were not necessarily the way that we would have wanted them to be. It was trying to figure out what it could be to this point. I feel like this is really the first season. This is the first way of it being exactly the way we wanted it to be. You know, of course, we still have records, and you have your championship.
Yeah, don't invalidate my belt,
So it's
because
not
like
invalidated.
the tournament was. I think the tournament was the one thing last year that was right.
It was right, but it was still, you know, to Jake Madison's complaints, it was there was a lot of credit to that, where we still weren't, it still didn't have like the complete event vibe that this is going to have, where there's people watching that you know that are there and they're involved, being able to vote. So that's just something that is going to make this season so much more better and more competitive, and make it feel like it's like a game day atmosphere.
Also, we got to make it known, fans have to be, you can't choose your favorite personality. You have to choose the best pitches. That's the thing.
Oh, well, you're talking about for what, the judges?
Yeah, I'm talking about for the fan vote. I'm talking about like when we're on Twitch, if it gets down to a draw between the two judges, the fans can't choose based off of their favorite personality. Because I know like Dan has a lot of fans. People in the network have a lot of fans. Jake Madison has a lot of fans. And I
guess that's like something that we'll have to
play by ear,
wade through.
Yeah, and we may have to have a third. We may have to have like a backup third judge just in case.
Just in case, but I mean, you never. It's just so difficult to navigate, because like then, you know, let's say that Dan exclaims and, you know, has his listeners and says, "Hey, come on here," and then like spam the vote. I mean, that's something that could definitely happen, but we have to find a way to work through that.
Yep, and players, we're gonna make it. I feel like this is just my suggestion. I feel like we have to tell players at the beginning of the matches to tell their fans, like, look, we want this to be an honest, fair match. Like, it's about the argument.
I mean, they do. I mean, I know they do.
Oh yeah, I know they do as well.
I doubt that a lot of them would be doing stuff like that.
But I'm just, you know, there's those douchebags everywhere out there. But like you said, it's about the pitches and about the arguments. That's what's gonna make this fun.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I mean, that's what it's all about. And I think, you know, bringing in this new air of rivalry and, you know, having some people really call people out is going to make it way more competitive and mean a lot more for the competitors. So I think that's really exciting.
Yep. Also, my thing with Twitch is, and you can, being that you're not playing anymore, and people can hear why when you explain this, how much different do you think it'll be, being that it's legitimately live? Like competitors were sweating last year on a pre-recorded thing that we could edit. There's no edit button on Twitch this year.
Yeah, I mean, there's no editing, there's no stopping. I remember the first one we ever did, like, I just did not anticipate how fast you would have to think about that second round. So like we had like one where I was like, stop. There's just like no way that I can think about this right now. It was like the very first time we recorded it. And it's just like one of those things where you just, when you get under the lights, you don't know what exactly it's going to be like, especially, you know, I think, you know, I'm really excited for our headliner, because those are people who have done this before. They're not afraid of a microphone. And they know what to expect. Now for our first round guys, you know, I'm not saying that they're newbies to like talking on a podcast space.
Yeah, they both do it.
But they've never been in this competition before. That's and true. Having it be in a live atmosphere is going to be pretty difficult. I mean, you know, we're going to be giving them their first round questions pretty soon.
On the 31st.
But the crazy thing is once they hit that second round, and if they're the first one to go, I mean, you better have thought about something right when you heard the question.
That's a fact.
Because it's difficult.
The first round is I wouldn't say it's the easiest, because both have their difficulty. But the first round, you can be prepared and read off a script. The second round, that's where, in my opinion, that's my strong suit. It's the impromptu. Let's get it. Let's go. So I agree with that. My next question is, how do you feel about, you talked about it, these personalities? We see Shubert being a villain, not only calling yourself out, calling the league out, calling competitors out. We see Jake's on his revenge tour, revenge against Shubert, myself, and the league itself. We see Dan Exclaims being this mystery competitor, this hero that doesn't show his face. We don't have a face reveal. Hastic being one of these rookie heels, being a rookie villain. Then we have people that we haven't even heard from, like Luis. Like, is Luis going to be a villain? Is Luis going to be a hero? Is Charles coming back? Because let me tell you, Charles is salty that he didn't get a shot at the belt. Charles may be going full on villain. We got Chrissa coming in. Like, all these different personalities. And then you got me, the champ. But I'm not here to do that right now. I'm interviewing. How do you feel about all these different personalities and us taking it this way and making it about not only the arguments, but making it about the show and the spectacle, having built, like you said, building rivalries, building these heroes, these villains.
And that goes into like its influences with the Schmodown. And I think that that's what's made the Schmodown so long lasting as it is that not only is it a competition, but it's also a story.
Yeah.
And so I feel like, especially with what Schmidt's doing at the moment, I feel like there's going to be a story going along with these competitors and the competition, and it's going to be overarching and be able to go into the matches as well. One thing that I'm anticipating the most with people having these rivalries and coming out with each other in the pre-interview fights is one complaint that we had last season that not a lot of competitors didn't really understand was the ability to counteract, go back at people about their pitches. And I feel like now with the rivalries built on and people wanting to like really get after their other competitor, we might see that come out a little bit more. And that's important. So I feel like that's like bettering the game as well as bettering the coverage outside of the game.
Yeah, facts. Like how the fans interact and perceive the game. 100%. My next question is, let's talk about this match. Let's start off with the opening match. You get Dan Exclaims, this theory crafter, versus Hastic, who is this rapper and Twitcher. Who do you think, what do you think about this match, and what do you expect to see from this match?
I expect to see an anime question.
Yeah.
I expect that to happen. I think what I've seen from at least Hastic's interview is that I feel like he's going to be really good at being combative.
Yeah.
And like finding the holes. Where Dan Exclaims, I feel like, is going to maybe have a good first round. I think he might be someone that's really going to take the time to develop something
special, yeah,
and see it through. But first round, even I was pretty good at the first round. I mean, you could be pretty good at the first round. It's the second round that's really going to tell.
I've lost numerous first rounds and still won matches. First rounds do not determine who wins matches, but first rounds puts that pressure on your back if you lose it. That's the thing. So, but all right, my next question is, how do you feel about the headliners? We got, and Jake has said it in his pre-fight interview. Jake was like, "I'm on my redemption tour. I'm taking this personally. I'm on his checklist. Schmidt's on his checklist. He's getting Schmidt right off the bat. And if he wins, he's in line for both. If Schmidt wins, because Schmidt was in the quote unquote Western Conference Finals type match against me to go to the championship. Both of these guys are set up for the number one contender spot to get in that midsummer tournament to be able to challenge me. They have to win this match and another match to see if they can get it. And then we'll have the best records of the other rest of the league. But how do you feel about this headlining match? Schmidt has talked so much shit. Jake has talked shit. They've thrown shots at movies they write. They thrown shot at pod. These dudes is hot shit.
Yeah, they're really getting into it, and I think it really has to do with their matchup that they've had before.
Yeah, Jake lost that match.
I feel like Jake was. I think it was his first one.
No, second one, because he battled you first. No, that was his first.
I was in the losers bracket.
Yeah, that was his first one.
So I think when he came into it, he didn't really know exactly what he was getting into.
Yeah.
And then once he lost that match, I think that kind of lit a fire into him moving forward and got him to where he ended up in the championship. So I think that he's going to carry that momentum on.
A different Schmidt's battling a different Jake.
he's battling a different Jake, but Jake is also battling a different Schmidt. I think
That's true
Schmidt
too.
is really kind of bought into himself and what he wants to do in this league. And I think that he's got a confidence going in that is pretty scary.
Look, every match, every message this dude sends me is, I'm coming for your belt. I'm coming for your belt. It's on his mind. But that's not to say it's not on Jake's mind, because Jake has a whole new strategy coming into this year on how he's going to conduct himself. Go check out his pre-fight interview. But so many great matches. What are you looking forward to this season overall? This is really the final question from the commissioner. What are you looking forward to see this season, and what's your message to the players and to the fans this year?
I'd say the thing I'm the most excited for is the pitches. At the end of the day, that's what I created this league for, is to hear some really cool ideas and have them expressed on our network.
Yep.
And hopefully some people really vibe with some of that and some of the things that get put out. Writing some of the questions and seeing some of the questions now, like I really want to see the answers.
You put a lot of time into this season.
Yeah. I mean, that not that we didn't last season too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just that's what I would tell everyone, is this is something that we're really interested in, like, making happen. Like, this is not something that, maybe last season you could have said that it's something that we were just doing on the side to fill in time for the Bros Who Binge, especially in 2020 when we didn't have a lot to talk about. But no, I really think that we have the potential to create something that people would be interested in and want to be a part of. So I think that that's probably what I'd be the most excited for going into this season. But yeah, I mean, I got a few questions that I'm just really waiting to see how they get answered.
Hell yeah, man. I'm excited. This is going to be a great season. I know I'm on interview mode. They haven't seen competitor Lynn talk his shit, but just know I am not a villain. I am a hero, but I am a talking shit hero, motherfucker. We getting it on, but that's not for here. That's not here nor there. Also excited that we're going to have anime only matches where Krissa can compete. Like, we're going to have different matches coming up, and hopefully, fingers crossed, you already know, some actors, some athletes, some people that are pretty famous might be making their stop in the PitchIt. Still working on that. But thank you so much, Adam, for coming on, talking, and letting the fans know what to expect. Tell the people to find you out on social media.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at ashubert14. I don't know. I'm trying to think at the moment if we'll have anything social media wise going on while the event's going. That might be just too much to deal with.
Probably so.
But we'll definitely have some stuff going on afterwards.
Yeah, we'll probably have like an after show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we'll definitely have like an after show. Maybe bring on some of the competitors to talk, and I'm sure we'll reveal the next match in the after show. Because I'm pretty sure we know who that's gonna be. But
I guess we would. It's a rough give to the fans, because we haven't really talked about this, but I guess we'll probably have, starting in February, at least one a month.
Yeah, minimum. And that's because we gotta get these people's records out to get to the mid-season tournament. Like, that's the goal for right now, to get to the mid-season special, the mid-season tournament, because I like I said, I tweeted this. I don't want to be one of those champions that don't give people championship opportunities. Like, I want to at least have one championship match, preferably two, before the end of the season tournament, because I want to defend my belt. So you already know.
I guess another thing I'd like to tell the people as well is, eventually the COVID stuff will lift. We'll get conventions back. Tell the people that you're involved, if you're a person who's involved with conventions or that knows people, that you would like to see us be a part of a panel and give an opportunity to the people that are at these conventions to have their own PitchIt match.
Yep.
Because I think that would be a really fun thing to do at these conventions, because there's so many people that come and they want to express their ideas with other people who really care about the material. And I think our game would be a really good platform for that in a live setting.
That's a fact. Not only will we do crowd PitchIt matches, but we may have like a belt on the line at a convention. So you never know. But like Shubert said, make sure when conventions start up again, you let them know that you want PitchIt there, because this is
Bros
something.
Who Think.
You want Bros Who Think. You want the network there to come and not only talk, but to play this game and interact. But again, February 4th, Thursday, February 4th, Thursday, February 4th. It is here. We are a week away from the time you guys hear this, which is Thursday. We're a week away, and I am so excited. I know Shubert is live, twitch.tv/bros who think, twitch.tv/bros who think at 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern, and 4 p.m. Pacific. Be there, be there. You want to be there live. Trust me, the VOD will be out, but it won't be the same. There won't be any intro music. They won't, like, there's a lot of stuff we can't do on YouTube because of copyright infringement, where Twitch, it's fair game. Since we're not making money, I don't give a fuck if it gets, I don't give a damn. Like, we don't have to profit off the videos now. That's how we want to give y'all content. We want to give y'all the best content available. Again, twitch.tv, live. Be there. Make sure you follow the commissioner. Make sure you follow all the players. And, you know, follow myself. I got the belt. I'm not losing. I'm letting y'all know. I'm at the top of the mountain, and I'm not going down. That's a shot to everybody out there. I'm looking at that camera. Y'all will not take my belt. Facts. But that's all we got. Be sure to tune in to Match February 4th. Thank you, Commish, for giving us some time and giving your State of the Union address for the season. We will talk to you again very soon. But until Thursday, y'all have a good one. Peace.